പ്രവാസി വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളുടെ പഠന വിഷയങ്ങളുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ഭവൻസ് മിഡിൽ ഈസ്റ്റ് ഒരുക്കുന്ന ചർച്ചാ പരിപാടിയാണ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ടു ഹോം. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്കുള്ള ആകുലതകളും പ്രയാസങ്ങളും ലഘൂകരിക്കുന്നതിന് വിവിധ വിഷയങ്ങളിൽ പ്രാവീണ്യം നേടിയിട്ടുള്ള അധ്യാപകർ നയിക്കുന്ന ചർച്ച കാണാം.
Welcome to yet another episode of Bhavan's Education to Home, an initiative of Bhavan's Middle East in association with Janam TV. I am Kishan Kumar Kavatia.
I am Riddhi Gondalia. Myself Anuradha Nair.
We, the members of Department of Mathematics, Smart Indian School, are here to discuss few important things of Grade 5 Mathematics. So let's take sneak peek of Grade 5 syllabus. Ms. Riddhi will start discussing few important lessons.
Thank you. Without mathematics, there is nothing we can do. Everything around us is mathematics. For example, a fish. Actually, it's not a joke. Children are learning math from a fish. In grade 5, the first chapter is the fish tale. Here, children are learning many amazing facts about fish, like which fish is the biggest fish? Can you tell me which fish is the biggest fish?
Shark?
Actually, it's whale shark. Yeah. So it is not a whale, it is a huge shark. So people named it whale shark. They are also learning that what is the difference between whales and fish. So this kind of many amazing facts are there in this chapter, and with these facts they are learning very important topic, which is speed. It is very useful because it is base for physics. So in this chapter they are learning how to calculate speed, how to find distance, how to calculate time, and there are so many real life examples given which they are solving with the help of multiplication and division. This chapter is very important for them because they'll be using the same concept in higher grades also. Now let's move to chapter 2, which is shapes and angles. Actually, children are already learning about shapes 2D and 3D since grade 1. So they already know about vertices, edges and faces. Now in this chapter, it is one level up. Here they are learning more about angles. They are learning how an angle is formed, what are the types of angles, how to measure an angle, how to draw an angle, and what are the parts of an angle. So this chapter they are enjoying a lot because they are using protractor to draw many angles. They are naming those angles and they are finding out that what is the type of that angle. This chapter is very important for them because this is the base for geometry, which they'll be dealing with in upcoming years. Now, let's move to chapter 3. So, chapter 3 is how many squares. So, in chapter 3 and in chapter 11, which is area and its boundary, they are learning about perimeter and area. This chapter is very important because here they are learning how to use this concept in our day-to-day life, in our real life. Now, let's move to chapter 4. So chapter 4 is paths and holes. So by the name of this chapter, you must got an idea that this chapter is all about fraction. This chapter is very interesting because there are so many different activities given. So there was this activity where there is Indian flag given and there are few questions. So how much of Indian flag is saffron?
1/3.
1/3. Okay. How much of Indian flag is green?
1/3.
1/3, yes. And how much of it is white?
Maybe little less than 1/3.
Yeah, exactly. It is little less than 1/3. Actually, generally we think that it is 1/3 of orange, 1/3 of green and 1/3 of white. But actually it is little less than 1/3 because in white part there is Ashoka Chakra. So it is blue in color, so that's why white colored part is little less than 1/3. So there are so many this kind of questions, logic given, and there are different activities, coloring activities which they are enjoying a lot. This chapter is very important because they'll be needing this concept in higher grades also.
Now I will discuss few important points of chapter 5 to 10. Chapter 5. Does it look the same? So basically, this chapter is regarding the mirror images and mirror house. As we know that the concept of symmetry is strongly connected with the mirror images and mirror house. So in this chapter, the students are learning how to get the mirror images of any of the pictures and the real life application of mirror image concept. Now come to chapter 6. Be my multiple, I will be your factors. So in this chapter, the students are learning how to derive the multiples and the factors of any of the number. As we know that these two things are very much required to learn the factorization and expansion, which they are going to learn in upcoming grades. Now next, chapter number 7. Can you see the pattern? Students are learning the concept of patterns since grade 1. But in grade 5, they are learning the patterns with a bit of advanced level and by creating their own examples with number pattern, pattern in alphabets, pictures, designs, and they are also learning the calendar magic in this chapter. As we know that multiplication tables are very much important in mathematics, so they are also learning the patterns in multiplication tables in this chapter. Chapter 8. Mapping your way. As we all know, maps are very important in modern time. So in this chapter, students are learning how to create map and how to mention directions and various landmarks on the map. Next, chapter 9. Boxes and sketches. Students are already learn 3D shapes in grade 2 and 3. But in this chapter, students are learning how to make the 3D shapes by using the papers, and they are also studying the properties of all the 3D shapes. Now, Ms. Anuradha will discuss about the remaining lessons of grade 5.
Grade 5 is very crucial in the learning journey of a students. Here they will learn many new concepts of mathematics. So let's move to chapter 10, that is tens and hundreds. Here they will learn many new concepts of mathematics and all are very important. And it will be continued to the higher grades as well. In grade 5, they learn the concept of decimals through many real-life experience. NCERT textbook clearly explains the concept of decimals through many problems and real-life experiences. Let's move to chapter 12, Smart Chart. That is, the basic of statistics starts from grade 1 until continue to grade 12. Not only grade 12, to higher grades as well. Here, they learn the representation of data using tallygram, pie chart and bar graph. So, let's move to chapter 13, ways to multiples and divides. Here, students will experience multiplication and division through different types of problems so that their problem solving skill and logical thinking are developed. Then finally comes to chapter 14, how big, how heavy. Here students learn the concept of volume through different types of activities.
Thank you, Mrs. Anuradha. By this, we have come to an end of this panel discussion. Before we sign off, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Janam TV and the management of Bhavan's Middle East. Thank you. Namaste.
കുവൈറ്റ് ജനത്തിന്റെ ഈ അധ്യായം ഇവിടെ പൂർണ്ണമാവുന്നു. പുതിയ വിശേഷങ്ങളുമായി അടുത്തയാഴ്ച വീണ്ടും കാണാം. ഏവർക്കും ഓണാശംസകൾ.
Kuwait Janam, brought to you